All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. Tight dog. Recon, one,
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, echo.
Second and 11. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Parks. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go, deep, tighten up.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, Kamara. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Look at me. Zipper. 5.
Tackle.
Get it.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Parks. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Ready up.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Tighten up.
Bravo.
54.
Go.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Down. 10-2 soft.
Switch up, switch up. Check 43.
Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Sparks nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm going to hit you.
That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Sparks. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Aaron Donald. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check.
A give to Kamara running right. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Mike 54. Hey, watch the leg. Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen.
Now.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Let's go. 90 Wolf.
Mike 54. Mike Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Hey.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tack McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Come on, set. 50, plant. 25.
He don't know no better.
Get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Trey Burton. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Stay with your man.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And some room to work. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith. Touchdown number 22 on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Let's go, boy. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the
The
set.
Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Go.
2nd and 4. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
3rd and 6.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Kill. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 52.
Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Parks. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
First down, New Orleans.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Kamara. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, Turner. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A 10th carry for Kamara. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 21.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 2nd and 1. Flushed out right. Complete. Smith has it. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner, but after a play like that, he might reduce him, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or 2, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just check it.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
56.
On third down, Sparks nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down.
That's how we do, D.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He's going to field this at the 4. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up second down.
Jim. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Go.
On the ground, Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go.
56. Mike.
Hey, Delta.
Right there, 56. Check 4, check 4. Hey, watch edge, watch edge.
From the gun, Sparks nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Strip that ball. Mike, 56.
Looking to throw. Sparks. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
10-2 soft.
He's not going to get me. 90 is the mic.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Switch.
Look at me, zipper.
Looking to throw on second down. Sparks. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Ready?
Operating from the gun. Sparks. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A nice performance last week, recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. On second down now. It's Hodges, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Let's go.
Back to throw. Sparks. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. first time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Go, go. 18, Gator.
Check it, Henry.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, Orbit.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Throwing on first down. Sparks. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Hard, hard.
Bang, 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 bang.
Now. Hey, high 7. Get it.
They go back to the ground now with Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On the ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That QB's traps. Let's go.
Kamara. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
He'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive. I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 31, check 31. Watch the eyes.
Snap.
They'll run it again with Smith. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
56. All day, pump. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 37, check 37.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Getting this into the hands of Turner. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Kamara trying the right side. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He's got his tight end, Burton. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Back to throw now on 1st down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Jeffrey Simmons make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Saints on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be third and forever. They're going to look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Yep. Motion, Jay. Echo.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now.
From the gun, Sparks. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun. Sparks nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pulled in at the 24. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On the set.
Mike 5-4. Double dog. That's the way.
Ready?
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, sometimes, Brent, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
54.
You draw quarter.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, baby, boom!
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Turner. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 15-yard line.
And it brings up 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll drop the throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On the run, it's Smith, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's baby shot.
To throw on 3rd down. Sparks. And finding the tight end Hooper. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Check.
A first down carry for Smith. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Blue 60!
Check 55 to Mike. Bandit. Bandit.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Falcons, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.